It's a crazy time, guys. I haven't done a live stream before. Just basically, I understand the whole, I'm really just disappointed in the world right now. I I understand why people are doing it. I really do, but it's like, do you not realize what, like, I have this news feed on right now. It's just really putting a bad taste in my mouth. I'm only been an adult a couple of years, and I don't things like this shouldn't be happening in my lifetime. People are just looting. LA's a madhouse. I'm in California. I just I have no words, really. I hope everyone's being safe. Um, a lot of protesting happening tonight. Every day. I don't know. Past 6 days, just keeps getting worse. Malls keep shutting down. People are being afraid. Tons of old people are scared out of their minds. It's obviously the police have, kind of a bit of overuse of their power sometimes. I, you know, this is just why I view the United States as just a mess in general. I just can't believe I just can't believe it, honestly. I'm just watching this live stream of just these people. It's almost just like we're not even human anymore. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know. It just one of those things where you would think we would be able to handle it as a country. It's like ever since Kobe died, just the entire world has been a madhouse. Like January was literally one of my absolute favorite months until Kobe died, and I was very, upset about that. But then February, school, begins for people, and then all of a sudden, coronavirus becomes a huge deal breaker, and like all these people, man, like they're just normal day to day people just trying to walk around. Yesterday, I saw a guy get pummeled. He basically got ran over by a dumpster, and I was just like, who in their right mind is even like thinking like that to throw a dumpster at somebody? It was like a group of 3 or 4 people just pushing a dumpster at some dude, like out of nowhere. It was just this entire live stream is just to express this my distaste for all this. I don't know. I wish I could have both screens up at the same time just to see what I'm watching, but it's literally this person in a car. I don't even know what they're doing in the car on the middle of the street next to a CVS pharmacy in Sunset Boulevard. All these cops in a parking lot. It's just like, what? That's a lot of cops. There's like 20 cop cars. Like, not even kidding, there's 20 cop cars. Is there sound? I have the sound up. But I guess they're just doing an overview of LA. all this is just come in such a weird time because you I turned like 21 just a few months ago, and I just feel like people should be able to experience the world and all this stuff, and now it's just being no one can do anything. You can go to the store, you can, you know, take a drive, but now we can't even go out. There's curfews. There was barely curfews when we had the coronavirus. Now this, literally, I was just things were, the coronavirus has been around, but literally because of the all of this right now is just causing just another meltdown of our society, and I honestly just can't believe, like, it's just unfathomable to me because I I don't know if it can get worse. Maybe it will. I don't know. Um, I really hope it doesn't. But just cop cars just coming down the street in LA. It's just honestly, how does this happen where you go from having literally, my God, it's just like we had Kobe die, right? Okay, Kobe died. And then coronavirus gets aggressively worse, and we all have the right to stay in our homes, not touch each other, wear masks. That was unprecedented. But now, right when end of May is happening, things are at least slightly better. People are trying to go out and do what they want to do, and then out of left field, obviously the guy George Floyd getting killed, just that should not have happened. But to get to this degree, it's just like we already had one huge problem that's not even finished yet. Now we're adding a second issue. What's gonna happen next? Like, it wouldn't even shock me at this point. Like, I'm just gonna quickly look at this. It's literally just a madhouse. Like, yeah, protesting is fine. I have no problem with protesting, and I really have no problem with people expressing their opinions, even if it's super crucial or harsh. But just the plain fact that it's like a madhouse, that's just insane to me, especially with the coronavirus. Like, it's just two things mixed together just to become just a bad situation. And I don't even know what I would be doing in this area right now. Like, I mean, it's just weird. And I think I'll be able to upload this to my channel. And I'm not even um normally, before this year, I was so mindless. I was so just, not in tune with politics, with the world. I mean, I knew what was going on. I mean, ever since Trump became president, I was just like, what kind of joke is the world becoming to? But just the whole fact, ever since this year, it's like I can't escape the things I don't really want to know. And so now it's become this huge global thing. And I'm sure the whole world is just looking at the United States like just what a bunch of idiots or whatever. Like, I don't know. And people like me that are just the insiders, just watching it happen. Like, I don't know what kind of mindset it takes to have, a protester mindset, because I would have to really like obviously there's the things I follow and the passions I have, like, movies, or like the things I have on my channel. I mean, I'm a big, you know, I just I follow the things that I have passions about, which I can totally understand people doing that here, but they're just taking it to this degree where it's like, what is this going to accomplish just because we're, you know, trying to have a movement that's like making the entire world notice you because you don't think protesting peacefully is going to work, which I mean, half the time I guess it doesn't, but I just don't know what people like. Do people just want the world to just like become nothing? I don't know. It's like all these people protesting, like what are they doing with their jobs or like their like do they take days off? Like what the hell are they doing to like have like these are millions on top of millions of people. Like are they just are jobs not in? I mean, I guess a lot of these people aren't working. Like there's so many people just running out here on the streets. Like who are all these people? Like just are these actual people protesting? They just look like a bunch of bystanders just standing around. I mean, I see a decent amount of people protesting, tons of bikes. Everyone's on their phone. I really wonder what would the world be like today's age if we didn't have such technology. Obviously, we'd still have news reporters and the police and cameras, but everyone being able to put it on their cell phone, it's just so easy to see everything within seconds. 20 years ago, being able to have a live stream like this and watch it at the same time and commentate about it would be almost like a thing in the future. Like, we have come a long way in technology, but people just standing there taking pictures, it's just, I guess a lot of people are probably just visiting because they want to see, they want to be inside of it so they can be like, oh, I was there. There's this one guy just literally intimidating. My only thing is like, holy crap. That's just like a swap meet with people. Like, you want to get that coronavirus? Like, no joke. What are the? I don't know what they're guarding off of though. Like, I don't know what I don't know what they're guarding off of. That's my question. Like, what are they like not letting them into? I don't even know. Like housing or places? I'm not even sure. I'm stuck inside right now. Even if I wanted to go outside, which I could if I really wanted to, what am I going to do? There's nothing I can go outside to do because, again, there's this happening on top of coronavirus, which we haven't even finished yet. And then you're just adding on top of more drama. And who knows, now maybe this will go away in a day or two, or, you know, maybe not, but people running. Some guy left his car door open. I want to know why there's no sound. No sound. I guess there's a bunch of cops on one. Dude, like it's not even just one street, one intersection. There's multiple intersections. Just like tons of people, dude. It looks like one of those disaster movies because of how many people are just together. It's really unfortunate because I understand where people are coming from. I understand their pain. I understand um, racism is still a huge factor in our society, and it's really stupid that racism should even be around these days. We should be at the point where it's all accepted. We should be equals. I mean, yeah, we had different living standards like a century ago, but we're in a new day and age. We should be able to overcome these obstacles, and maybe this is one of those things we need to overcome, but I I'm sure there's been several protesting and riots and vandalism before, but this is like a big scale. This is maybe not entirely global, but it's definitely global in the United States and statewide, nationwide in our country. And like, it's not one state; it's tons of states. It could be every state probably. I don't know. I'm just thinking about all these people grouped together. Like, is the coronavirus phase over? Like, is everyone just gonna be like, screw that? Now we're on to this, and then this is gonna just finish whenever it finishes, and then something else is gonna happen that triggers people. Is this the new norm where like we have a protest every time something happens people don't like? What are these people? They're just taking pictures of the police with guns. I think they're news reporters, maybe. They're just pointing guns. They're holding guns on the street. Like, okay. Having guns on the street, that's fun. That's nice. You want to have guns on the street? Okay, all right. It's just people with bikes and cameras, and then they have police with guns. No one's even looting right now. It's just. I'm honestly not scared of any of this because, one, I'm not in it. And if I was in it, then maybe I would feel differently. But it just feels so like. I don't even know how they're coordinating. How are the police even coordinating any of this right now? Like, I feel like it would just be so much to coordinate. Doesn't even feel like protesting. It's just a bunch of people. Just a bunch of people out. Can't even drive. The cops are running back for what? Guy on a skateboard with a car right behind him. No shit's given. Wow. It's really. Can't get the right camera view here. They have guns, man. I mean, I'm, not totally surprised, but if I saw that many cops with guns, you know, people just filming, it's just like, if they wanted to, they could just start firing on command. And, oh, okay, now cops are moving, apparently. I don't know for what reason. Oh. People will be like, are they coming for me? Holy crap, dude. Where can I rename this? I guess not. All right. I feel like I want to name this something else now. It's honestly just insane what's happening. So many people just supporting their beliefs. It's just really hard to tell because I'm not there and I don't know exactly to what degree each individual person is. I mean, I'm guessing it's over George Floyd, but I mean, I just can't believe that, like, it took George Floyd to, like, it's horrible what happened to him, but, like, that one thing made all of this happen. It's like, holy crap. It's insane. And, I'm not one to normally talk about these types of opinions, but I'm really just watching it as it goes right now. Because there's supposed to be protesters near my house where I live. I mean, it's not that surprising because this is happening in tons of places, but I haven't seen it up close, and it's just like, can't believe, I don't know how all these communities just got together just right after George Floyd died. Like I don't know how it built that fast. Like, I just don't know. Paramount, so they're really in the LA area, man. If Hollywood wasn't shut down, it's gotta be mostly shut down now. Dude, they could just make a movie about this year. Like, honestly, like, Kobe dies, coronavirus happens, tons of people die, tons of people are sick. George Floyd is dead, so tons of people leave their houses and parade the streets. Literally, it's like a parade. There's people in cars with signs, with people walking, people filming. Honestly, what is next? Like, is it gonna become some sort of like? I would never have guessed this to happen. Granted, none of us were gonna know George Floyd was gonna die, but did not even see this coming, and I didn't even realize how bad this was until yesterday. Like, I knew this protesting, riots, and vandalism, like, I knew it to an extent, but I thought it was certain states, and now it's just becoming like a pandemic of people. And I just don't have that mindset to be like, I want to go out and protest. I've never had that mindset. I mean, you have your passions. Like, maybe if it just really has to hit home, and I guess for me, a lot of things have to be personal. And obviously, I'm a white person in the United States, and not everybody knows how, black people feel. And it's a really tough subject for tons of people because they don't know how to go about it. They don't know how to express it. Like, dude, this is huge. Look at this. Honestly, it's like ants. It's like ants, or like cars are barely getting by. Helicopters, man. I mean, I saw a helicopter earlier when I was outside. It's just okay. Now, like, they zoomed out to another area. I wasn't even planning to do this live stream. I've had this live stream going on with the news just because of how unfathomable this all is. I just don't know what is this gonna do, what's gonna happen, what's next, and should we just keep expecting this thing? Because you know what, last year, I I don't know what happened, man. I don't know what's wrong with this year, but somewhere this year just got majorly screwed, and it's almost like we it's like right in January 2020 happens, new decade. You get like 3 weeks of, normalcy, and then it's like everybody went to sleep one day and we entered an alternate reality where Kobe died. And that is just one person, and but he had a huge impact, and just one of those people who you just would not expect to have happen. It was in a helicopter, and his daughter died too. And I'm not going to go into it, but I've had a special connection with Kobe and his daughter, the one who died, and it really hit me in a weird way. I wasn't like, emotionally crying or devastated, but I was definitely like affected by it because I had a connection with him, and it had many connections with many people, millions, maybe almost a billion people, but probably millions on top of millions of people had a place for Kobe. And then um, Orange Coast College, a college that I've attended, one of the I just got a text from my my girlfriend that they're closing her work today at 9 because of safety concerns, which I was thinking. I was like, can't believe she's going to work right now. It's just people are running on the street, man. Like, what the hell is happening? It's just I just want the world the way it was, man. Like, why is this happening? Why, like, okay, I know why this has happened, but why did the stuff leading to this have to happen? It's really frustrating to me. And what the hell is it? I just don't know the mindset of these. Like, I know the people who are like, I know the George Floyd people are very affected by his death, but these can't all just be about him. Holy crap, that helicopter flew by super low. Um, this guy in the back is just backing up his car slowly. This is almost just like it's just like when you watch, what do you call it? High speed chases. It's, messed up what's happening, but you're so involved, you're so intrigued by this person trying to run away from the law. But instead, this is people going towards the law. And, this has happened many times over the past decades and century for many different reasons, but I don't know if this has happened to this scale in such a short span of time on such a global pandemic, and especially just with everything else going on. It's just like this year is going to go down as when Kobe died, it was going to be the year of Kobe, then it was going to be the year of Corona, and that now it's going to be the year of this. It's just combine those things, and this is going to be the year of 2020, the catastrophe. Like, I hope nothing else happens after, whenever this dies down. If it dies down, which it should at some point, it's just like, what more could happen? Like, I can't even think about it because I couldn't even think about this happening because I just didn't expect it to happen. And, I'm not the one to post things on social media um, like a bunch of people are posting, tags and hashtags and pictures and a bunch of their opinions and stuff. I don't do that. I don't like to really express my thoughts like that, or really express how I feel, because I feel like it's just, there's already so many other people doing it, but this is the only thing I could think about. I'm doing nothing else. It's a live stream. I think it will be uploaded after I finish it. And if people are watching this live stream later, um, I don't know, man. I'm literally doing this because of just how I am so. I'm not sure how to process it. Never had to process anything like this before. And, I'm at this age where I'm really, still a kid. I'm just trying to do college, and it's like, so many cops, man. I don't know. It's probably just going to keep going on like this, but it's really just disappointing to me. Not for the people protesting, for the people that are just not. Wow. Um, I don't know what to say. Just the people looting, the people vandalizing, the people breaking everything, the people making it mayhem. Why? Like, what are you wanting to accomplish? I would never have that mindset to just start doing those things. I don't know how you get into that mindset. Even from, they're showing such a far away angle, and you can see a street full of just cop cars and helicopters. Oh great, they're zooming in at a new place. Every street has different cop cars. Oh my god, dude, I can't even imagine living in that area. I was saying, I totally got off topic. I was saying how it's like we all woke up one day Like the day Kobe died, it's like that night, the night before Kobe died, we all went to sleep, and midnight happens, and we all entered this other reality dimension. And I watched this podcast with Joe McHale and Ken Jung, the Darkest Timeline, and for the title, if you don't know Community, it's Community is a sitcom, it's a comedy. Um, Ken Jung and Joe McHale are actors, and in the show Community, they have this joke called the Darkest Timeline, where they go to a dark timeline where all their characters are in states of like the opposite of their normal lives. And holy crap, they just changed to a helicopter view. Oh, it just ended. They literally just switched to like underneath a helicopter point of view, where it's like right underneath it. The situation here in Santa Monica, California is. Yeah, alright. So the live stream just ended. 1 second, I'm gonna see. Okay, here's another one. Yeah. Alright, so anyway. Um, yeah, the Darkest Timeline is like their other version of reality where horrible things have happened and it's just like not what the world was normally like. And so they made this podcast. They have like 13, 14 episodes. They bring in guest stars sometime. Um, and
Simon Des Jack and Jamie, I'm hearing that they're going to do a mass arrest of these people.
wow. Dude, they arrested like 398 people the other day. How do they arrest this many people? How? And where do you put them? Can the jails fit them?
Also, El Centro and Gregory, those people are going to be going to jail as well. El Centro and Gregory. This is Cahuenga and Waring.
They're gonna arrest all these people, really. That helicopter just flew by super low. I'm trying to stay on topic, but it's so hard now that they're talking. But real quick, this the Darkest Timeline. They have this podcast. Go check it out. Ken Jeong used to be a doctor before he did acting. They talk about real things. They're not trying to say that they know more than anybody. They just have their own opinions, and I really just support them in their podcast style live stream where they just talk. And they're comedians. They're funny, but they also, when it comes down to the,
they're going to arrest about 100 people at El Centro and Gregory.
You're gonna arrest 100 people. How do you arrest?
This group will be after that.
How do you arrest? How? Okay, now I'm getting like, how are you gonna do this crap? And are they arresting the people vandalizing, looting? Because I haven't been seeing any of that. I've just been seeing people walk around. That's a lot of cops. I need to change this title because now I'm just reacting to the. People are laying down in the middle of an intersection with a circle line of cops.
Here comes the van.
Look at this. This will be in the history books. It's got to be in the history books because.
This is the arrest van that's coming into Gregory and El Centro.
Look, I understand the police, all right? I understand that they're doing their job, but how are you going to arrest 100 people? These people are just. The Darkest Timeline. It felt kind of like a weird title to make. I mean, obviously I knew why they called it the Darkest Timeline podcast because from the show, and it's like kind of ironic because it feels like we're in the darkest timeline. But now, with this feels like it's the darkest timeline. It's like after Kobe, we entered the darkest timeline. We went to sleep that night. Next morning, Kobe dies, and it's like the starting point of event that's gonna a chain of events that's starting from Kobe to this. Because it's things happening that are unprecedented and you would not expect. That's the whole point of all the stuff. You're not expecting any
You
of it.
can if you, yeah, sure. Thank you. We have room because I can still see both
And
groups.
so this is the third thing, at least globally, that has happened since Kobe. Kobe was a global event, and that took over the entire month of February because he died at the end of January, including his daughter, the pilot,
Perfect.
the
That's perfect.
OCC baseball team, or the baseball captain, which,
That's great.
as I said, I went to OCC, so I didn't know him, but it was like I was involved in scenarios where these three people were close proximity to me, and that was really shocking to be that close to those specific people that died. And then February was like the morning, and then the coronavirus was getting larger, but we didn't notice it till March. And then March, schools closed down. Schools. That's just unprecedented. Like, for all this stuff to become online, high schoolers, just insane. And then we have March and April, we're trying to get past this, then May. And now, 6 days ago, George Floyd dies, all right? And,
Well, thank you for joining us on the web. This is Gil Davis, News Jumper 4 Bravo, along with my pilot Mike Rodriguez.
thanks for joining you. I'm
Hollywood
not doing it
here.
out of,
This is the intersection
fun.
of Gregory and El Centro. There's a group of protesters here in the center of the street that we're hearing now.
Look at this, they're just making a circle. Like, what? And I don't think, some of them are, I can't tell if they're pointing guns on the right side, but they have all their guns out. They don't look like they're being uncivil about it. It just seems really
Is another group here.
great. What are they going to show
I'll
now?
show you right in the center of the screen. They moved southbound on Cahuenga to Melrose, and now they're dispersing, so that's a good sign.
I really just, because I know that they arrested like 300 or so people,
But it looks like they're being released
or 400 the other day.
on
How do you arrest that many
and
people?
they're moving
Like,
on
how?
their way. But
And
this
where do you
other group
put
over
them?
here
Do
at
you put
Gregory
them
and El
in the
Centro
jails? Because I doubt that. How? I don't know. And there's got to be a point that you just can't arrest that many people.
They remain inside the perimeter here.
And if this comes to a head where
Inside the perimeter
people are just going to keep pouring out and more protesting,
of some active situation there. There was a Rite Aid there that was being looted, and there's a fight going on with officers. We're going to expedite up there right now real quick, and that's just going to be right here. That's Hollywood Forever Cemetery there, and we're going up to Sunset.
it wouldn't surprise me if this continues to be like this and it gets even worse. It would not surprise me if a normal person, specifically maybe a black person, I don't know, someone just so for the George Floyd that he's gonna put his knee on a white cop and then put a gun to his head, and maybe he'll just blow the, like, I don't know. It could only get worse. Like, it just, this whole year just keeps getting progressively like insane because there's thousands of cops in LA right now. This does not have happened before. Like, maybe I protesting has happened before, but I don't think it's happened to this degree, especially not in the past 2 decades. At least from when I've been alive, I'm pretty sure this is the worst it's been. I guess they're just taking pictures, they don't give a crap. I've been going on for 40 minutes now. That's how fast this is going, just because of how insane it is. Like, when I'm in my house, I feel like it's, normal. It's just day to day. But if you go outside, it's not normal. Especially now, it's like people are just going to be everywhere, but only for the sake of this protesting or cops. This is the kind of stuff I've just been trying to avoid in my own life, and it's just like now I can't even escape it. I think as citizens of the United States, we need to look at ourselves, take into account of what is happening, which specific individuals are the ones doing this. I don't think the cops have the right to be, obviously